And we are live Wednesday night with those guys. And Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys. What's up, Lawrence? You're muted. I'm not hearing you. Hey, I think we're having an audio issue here. Whether you're not hearing me or you're not hearing Lawrence. I'm not hearing Lawrence. So I don't know what's happening.
My bad.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking all this junk. I'm saying
no, because I can't hear myself speak. So except for when I, what's in the air, and there's no way for me to hear. So
right, and I'm going. I'm doing good, Herman. I'm sitting here. The wind is blowing through my hair. I got the ocean smell of the ocean over my shoulder, and y'all didn't hear shit. But that's how it happens.
Shots.
Classic Big Matt. Classic Big Matt.
Drone shots.
Who else was here? Oh, Third Eye. Third Eye.
Yeah, I saw Third Eye. Yeah, there he goes. Third Eye. He's in the chat.
That was my bad. I may have to mute for a few seconds. I don't know how long, but my nephew will let me know. He's
jackhammering something.
No, he's using his Ninja to make crumbs for the first. I haven't had fried chicken in so long, dude. I had to request it.
Okay.
So hold on. You ready? All right, go ahead, Herman.
Eddie Nunez, what's good, man? What's that recovery one? What's up, man?
Eddie Nunez, anyway, Maddie's Drone World Recovery One. How are all of you guys? Looking forward to seeing you, Eddie. Hey, Eddie, I'm bringing my FR7. I don't think you've seen my FR7 in person, or you've seen it fly. I'm bringing the 6-inch. You may have seen that fly. And I'm bringing a 5-inch TBS, a 5-inch freestyle bird for Sunday, and also my Mavic 2S. So every video that I do up there, I plan on trying to combine both camera, drone, and FPV footage.
How many FPV drones do you need to combine all of the footage?
Well, see, Eddie will tell you what it is you basically only need one drone, but because Murphy's Law has a lot of laughs.
I know, I get that. I
definitely need more than one.
I get that. I mean,
yeah.
But
Eddie knows.
It sounded like he was bringing 6.
If I could, I would, man. If I didn't have to lug all that shit on a train, I would. Seriously, if we didn't have to leave from your house and we were leaving from here, I'd probably bring about 5 birds with me, 4 or 5 birds.
So all you got to do is strap them to the bag. And just don't sit down.
Dude. I'm only strapping 2 drones to the outside of the bag. One's going to be inside the bag. The rest of the bags will be weighted down with lipos, the charger. So what used to feel like a small child is now going to feel like 2 small children on my back.
Don't worry about it.
And then I have to carry another duffel bag. What's up, Steven? How are you, man? The flyby guys. Anyway, I so look forward to this weekend because I've never been to Rhode Island. Ever. Except for television. Really? Scott, can you have my red cup when you get a chance?
If my high school had their way, that's where I would have went to.
What happened?
I said, if my high school had their way, that's where I would have gone. To Johnson and Wales is out there.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that. Mentioning them. Well, but I've always heard Rhode Island, beautiful places. And the fact that where we will be at the first meetup during the day will be an industrial area. I could fly the hell out some industrial.
Well, it kind of looked like there was like a tank or something from what Google Maps was showing. But who knows? I gotta look into it more closely. I've been doing a lot of running around. And
I know you have. I know you. You get me. Listen, what did I tell you earlier?
really,
Yo, I'm going to take a damn nap, right? And you were still running around, right?
well, I was stuck at the
Hey, Gary, what's up, Gary? You didn't miss a whole lot, Gary. We're just starting. We usually do a little pre-show chit chat. See how everyone's doing in the chat. Stefan, this is far-fetched, and this is going into next year, Stefan. But I'd like to come over there to your country and fly. I would like to do that, Herman. And I want to make that a goal for those
don't
guys.
let him in.
Don't let me in. What the hell are you?
Don't let him in. He's gonna be flying near people's homes, spying in their windows.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
You guys hear this? Okay. Wish I could make it to Rhode Island meetup, but I can't do it. And spin up in the same year. No, I totally understand because I may not be able to make it to spin up. In fact, I'm pretty sure I won't. Just got back from a flight with Jim Boschart. Okay, that's what's up.
Okay.
So, Herman, I noticed you got a new chair there.
Oh yeah, I got a little something.
He got a real chair now.
Well, a little something. You know,
Stephen, definitely. I've never been to that part of the world, to be honest. The furthest outside of the United States I've been has been to Puerto Rico. I've been to the Bahamas, Freeport, Bahamas. I've been to only because my mother went there, so she said go. It was all that. It wasn't all that. Bahamas is for old people who like to get drunk and pass out on the beach. But Puerto Rico was good.
I thought that's what do you call it there? Aruba was for.
All things Finnish and Scottish. Listen, I would really like to make that a bucket list. Seriously.
But truthfully, Rhode Island and spin up is not far-fetched. The thing is,
evening travel.
Only one that's a real travel is spin up. Well, for me, for us, Rhode Island is right there. I mean, it is even something you could do that morning.
Yeah.
And come back if you're one of those kind of guys that like that kind of thing.
Right.
Waking up early and getting on the road and being there bright and early in the morning.
Steven says, add that. Bring Herman too.
Huh? Oh, yeah. You just might not want to
bring Herman too. Well, I would love to. Seriously. Oh, yeah. I need to travel somewhere out of the United States, and I would rather it be someplace where at least I know one person. But then over in the UK, I know one or two people also. So who knows? Spin up is 45 minutes from my house. Wow, dude, you're lucky. Lucky. Are you going, Third Eye?
It's 45 minutes from his house.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I can't wait, man. It's 19-hour drive for me. Matt's going.
That means he'll probably forget.
Hey, Chris Wedgeworth. Hey, I'm on vacation, so I get to watch today. Hey, we appreciate you watching, and we appreciate you coming through, Chris. Hope all is well with you. Herman and I are just BSing around a little while, giving people a chance to come into the chat. Click that like button when you come in, guys. That way you don't have to do it on the way out.
You know what's funny about that, Lawrence? There's so many things happening right close by, and like, we hear, you hear about, oh yeah, all right, all right. And then when the time comes, like, oh, forgot all about it. He says spin up 45 minutes from his house. That means he'll forget until the day before.
You're right, because it's so close and convenient. Listen, guys, we're doing something a little different here. Because Herman is not monetized, I will be randomly posting his PayPal link in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Only because I'm pissed because YouTube is like shitting on you. Seriously, as far as monetizing you, and you know this.
Yeah, I just, man, listen, I could put out 100 videos and the numbers never change for them, so I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes I feel like my numbers are going backwards as
No,
opposed to
I'm not
forward.
saying on views and stuff like that. I mean, I get, well, that's what I was
No, if
saying.
I gain
But
one
as
subscriber,
far
I
as
lose five.
no, what I'm saying as far as their watchtower thing is, I'm like, when
Yeah.
you go to their watchtower clock for for them to say when you be monetized, that needle doesn't move. But yet you tell me I have all these watchtowers, and you tell me that we'll email you when you're eligible. Okay, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just having fun. So
This is
anyhow,
true, but it's true, but we need to get you monetized before this year is out. Seriously, because
here's what you do.
you're pulling in, dude, you're pulling in the
Go
same
down,
crowd that I'm pulling in.
go down to YouTube and kick down the door.
Last person went there, got shot. No, no, thank you. You remember that girl? They
I didn't tell
stopped the
you to go in there
monetization.
shooting.
I'm not saying
She
it. Hey,
went
Corey,
in
man, I'm
shooting.
not either. It's tough when you put 1.5 minutes of content a week. It is. It is 1.5 minute, 3 minutes. I try to average my videos between 2.5 to 3.5 minutes. They say the average YouTuber has the attention span of 3 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I try to make it, hey, Hugh, what's good? I try to make it a little short, a little early, but
Mm-hmm.
and it's scientifically proven by my nephew in there. You know,
Well,
3 minutes, you can talk to him about anything in the world for 3 minutes. After that, he's back in his phone.
that's because he wasn't interested in the first place. But what I'm saying, as far as videos, putting out videos, I was on that for a whole minute. I gotta go.
Herman,
Sometimes,
last year you were, instead of, they say you're supposed to have 4,000 hours, which comes to 240,000 minutes. Okay. And you had like 3,800 and something. They couldn't give it to you.
no, I'm just saying it's been the same thing year after year. So I'm like, hey, listen, that's not something I'm chasing. It's just if it happens, it happens. I'm just having fun.
Travel with Rosie, you're right. All hail the algorithm. All hail.
Right,
You heard, you know, Andrew from what's
right.
Andrew talks about the algorithm all the time. I think he gets paid for every time the word time, every time he says algorithm. If it's
Mm-hmm.
over 5 minutes, I start skipping through. Chris Wedgeworth, not necessarily, because you think about it, if you watch TV, the
Uh-huh.
average television show before commercial comes on is roughly, you watch it roughly 10 to 15 minutes before they slip in a commercial. And if
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting, it's AIG rhythm.
Well, that's not why they put the commercials in. They just put the commercials in to try to sell you
Right,
product
because they need to pay
because
for it, but the commercials
somebody's
is
paying for the program. But
right.
what,
Monetize Phantom.
what I'm
Hashtag
saying to you,
monetize Phantom. Thank you, Stephen.
what I'm saying to you, thanks, Stephen. What I'm saying is, if you're
Here we
watching
go.
something and it's educational to you, it's something that you're interested in, you're going to watch it. But if
True.
it's something that is not really that interesting to you, you may skip through it. If it's lulls in it
Yes.
where it gets a little boring, you may skip through it. But if it's something that you need to be paying attention to understand it, you'll watch it.
Right.
And that's
Right.
just with
Right.
anything. I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube that were
Dude, I've
10,
watched
15 minutes. I've watched half-hour videos on
I've
how to
watched a
put
lot of
something
stuff.
together.
I've watched a lot of stuff. And then when I realized I've seen 6 or 7 commercials, it was like maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes, 12 minutes, 10 minutes. Like I agree with you, Chris. It's true, Herman, what you say. If it's interesting, the first commercial is around 5 minutes. If it's interesting, it will keep your focus. I know people that watch movies on YouTube, and I'm like, dude, they have services for that, but they watch movies on YouTube.
Uh,
What's up? How are you,
oh,
Recovery One?
so people watch movies on YouTube?
Yes, yes, they used before they
Oh
started
yeah,
coming
yeah,
on.
yeah. I saw that. They have like, yeah, but don't you gotta pay for that? Or
Now you do. Now you do. But
I'm
at once, some of them are free. If you put in something like Ferris Bueller's Day Off. You'll catch all of the clips, and it's somewhere at
should
some
not
point.
have to pay for Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
YouTube Premium, I gotta have it. The
How old
commercials
is he
kill
now?
me.
That should be a free movie.
Yeah. But to Travel with Rosie says it has a valid point. I'm happy with the free storage about 4K videos. That's payment for me. Well, they're getting you back two ways. Not only are they giving it to you for free, but now if you're not monetized, they're throwing commercials on your movie, video, or whatever, whether you're monetized or not.
Somebody's got to pay for all that storage.
True. This is true. This is true. I don't mind watching a commercial. I mean, I play a game on my phone. I go one round. It's a commercial. We're used to it. Okay. We're used to it. And if you went, Brant, see, Gary says he went to premium too. YouTube is better without the commercials. Dude, if YouTube lowers that 30%,
you don't like commercials
taking out of us monetized people, maybe I'd get YouTube premium as well.
He don't like the commercials. So
there's a lot of people that don't like the commercials.
When you slap in the commercials, he doesn't see it. Hey, is this Tom coming in?
So you mean
I
have YouTube Premium just because I do not want the ads. I love to have my playlist in my car without interruptions. But if you're gonna, I agree with you, Third Eye. Hey, what's up, Tom? But if you're going to have a playlist in YouTube and you're listening to music, then you might as well get the service that they offer, YouTube Music.
Well,
I mean, for years.
Well, it doesn't cover everything when you have
I don't think. Quick question: you guys who have YouTube Premium out there, does it cover YouTube Music also? That's a good. Right, Fly, Stephen, every time you put monetize Herman, I'm going to put his PayPal. There we go. So if it slips by anyone in the chat, he puts hashtag monetize Phantom Flight 101. It does. Third Eye says it does.
He said it covers it. So
okay, all right.
That works then.
And that makes it worth it. That definitely makes it worth it.
What's going on, Tom? How's your hump day treating you?
Today, I believe I set up a GoFundMe site to pay Lawrence's legal fees with the International blank Committee.
With the International Olympic Committee.
Stop mentioning their name. I'd like to watch this episode on playback. Okay. So,
you know what? Herman told me how to resolve it and get the video back up. All I have to do, Tom, is cut out that section of the live stream.
Yeah, and guys, I mean, even in a bar, you got to pay for that. Okay.
Good one, Tom. Good one. You get touche. You got me on that. How's it going? What's up, Tom?
Another day, but another day closer to Rhode Island. So
they got him.
Yes.
Yeah, they got him.
Hey, Bill, what's good? Coast to coast.
Coast to coast.
Look, they have bots that are just crawling around looking for you. Okay. And the second, okay, their Digimarked property showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, bing, bing. The bells went off.
Lawrence, what did I say? Okay, Stefan, did you see the opening show? And this not just Stefan Flyby guys, but everyone. If you saw the opening show to the Olympics, the opening night, well, unbeknownst to the people that were watching on TV, they were having a drone light show. And all I said was, I didn't think the drone light show was as nice as it should have been. Maybe not in those words, but that's something similar to what I said.
That's not
so again, the 21 people watching right now, do us a favor and hit the thumbs up key, because it'll be the last likes we get from this
episode. If Herman's not
as he continues talking about that unknown committee that has it out for him, or he thinks, he's starting to get paranoid these days.
That's not why you got it.
No, I actually showed. I actually did show.
I know exactly what you did.
I showed it from the beginning to the end, and I
you showed their intellectual property, and they hunted you down. Like the dog you are.
You know how many
Okay?
people showing
People
that
who
stuff?
watched it on
Do you know how many
television
people are getting
that didn't
copyright
get to
strikes?
see it.
They don't play. They look. You know what it's costing them because they
Yeah.
put this damn thing off for a year, man.
And then they're not making
They're
any money
hunting for
off
gold
of
right
the
now.
tourism on it.
Okay?
Yo, check this out.
Exactly,
Lawrence,
Matt Cundiff.
Hold on a second, Lawrence.
What happened?
Who are you? Disney went after they went after the daycare center for showing their videos during open
Yeah, I
school.
remember
During
Disney
milk
did do
time.
that.
Yeah, milk and cookie
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
I remember they Disney went. Tell them what happened, Erwin, for the people who don't know, because where's the disclaimer?
they
Hold on. The
awarded
views and
X
opinions
amount
heard
of-
tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of anyone on the panel and or in the chat tonight.
Yeah, they got awarded. I don't remember how much, but they were awarded X amount of dollars per view of their videos. So the school is like, burn the tapes.
They were showing the kids Disney movies. And because they were showing the kids Disney movies and someone brought them in from their personal collection or they ordered them from Amazon or whatever, so what?
What I think they did was that they made it known to like, as like their selling point for the parents to the kids.
Yeah, as an educational,
and that's how
for educational purposes
backfired on them.
You know, like,
gee, thanks a lot, Recovery One. We are all in company with the copyright fugitive novice quads.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's what's interesting about this is the fact that one of my music providers that I license through now provides a YouTube code that you put into your description on the video, so that it will auto clear any copyright strikes against that music. So that Soundstripe. Okay. Now also Audio Blocks is coming out with something similar also.
That Soundstripe, you said?
That Soundstripe, yeah.
Okay, that would.
So these services, you know, look, these services, while they aren't cheap, allow you to find some great music, some great sounds, you know.
Yes, they do.
But they'll run you about $200 a year on an annual subscription. Now, of course, there's Epidemic Sound, which everybody puts themselves in for that trial version. Just realize
they give you 3 songs and hit you with 2 copyright strikes.
Well, they hit you with copyright strikes right after the trial period's over.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it was a trial period. Okay? Mark it on your calendar. If you don't buy it by then, it don't count anymore.
Gary says, Lawrence, do you have to wear an ankle bracelet?
I told Lawrence, I'm not going back to the well ever again with them.
You know, as long as we let them cross state lines, we're okay here.
Well, I can still cross state lines. I'm going to Rhode Island.
That's
so
good.
I'm good.
You're crossing 3 states.
You don't got to jump out and run through the bushes and catch me when I get on the other side of the toll.
That's right.
That's what we're doing.
Slow down just enough. Just enough.
Duck and roll, enough to duck and roll without breaking my neck. So I got to crawl through the creek while you go over the bridge, right?
Remember, the healing process is so much longer the older you get. Okay.
See Lawrence over there, hand over hand underneath the bridge.
The Great Escape.
Get to the other side.
Yeah, Escape from New York, right? That's what it'll be. Just pay one price. Epidemic works fine for me.
Yeah, look, whatever works for you, you got to pay the price. At the end of the day, you got to pay the price.
Heartless.
Hey, Mohawk, thank you for stopping in.
I like Heartless. They're pretty good.
Yeah, there's several out there, but realize this isn't something new, okay? Because basically, you know, used to have a band that would play out, and you know, playing in Manhattan and stuff like that. There were ASCAP fees to pay, you know, if you're playing covers and all,
right?
And the venue has to pay a fee. So, you know, everybody gets their piece at the end of the day.
Well, you know what? It makes it so hard though sometimes because Like you could go like, all right, say we were out somewhere, we went live, and then there's somebody passing through with music playing. Well, there goes crap footage right there.
Yeah, it's a problem, and that's why you got to produce it properly. I mean, there's no ways around it. I mean, the live footage is you get what you get. It's just like anything else. There are people out there photobombing the world right now, right? So you can't be a mainstream news field reporter these days
Really, iceberg?
without your head on a swivel.
I star on the fugitive this week, huh? Okay, that's what it is. They're having their fun. Go ahead. I'll still be able to cross state lines.
Oh,
hey, what's up, Philip? How are you? Welcome to the stream.
How? you gotta go through those people's backyard and throw the dog a sliver of meat to do it.
He's swimming across the sound.
You heard what I said. You heard what I said, right? Herman crosses the bridge. I got to crawl through the creek and the swamp.
That's right.
To get through across state.
Got in his backpack the inflatable raft, and he goes across. His paddle doubles as a shovel.
Matt says he wants one of those drone flies. He posted.
So Corey, who's going?
Don't encourage them, Corey. America's most wanted. All I did was get a copyright strike from the Olympic Committee, International Olympic Committee at that. Keep it.
That means every country hit them with a copyright strike.
Even Iran.
Everyone's got jokes. Don't you got a damn story to talk about?
Not really.
You are our story today, bro.
I see that. I see that. We're going squirrel on this one, huh?
No, I'm just saying we could do this all night, or we could talk about the fact that it just seems like people just keep shooting these volcano videos over in Iceland. Just when you see
a bunch of damn copycats. No,
yeah,
I'm kidding.
You see one, you think you see them all, but they seem to keep getting better.
Well,
this is true.
It's a good thing for DJI because a percentage of those drones are not coming back.
Well, true, because we did actually see almost a Mavic 2 Pro almost melt, and we seen the FPV drone meet its demise.
Well, I would ask you this, Herman.
Yeah.
How many videos haven't you seen because they never made it back? Well, okay.
That's true. Right.
And they didn't have screen recording on.
The Mini made it back. The Mini made it back. The Mini at daytime.
I would say for so many flights, there's a failure rate there. Okay.
Probably, from it getting so damn hot.
From so many flights. Imagine the people that claim to be experienced and they claim to be experienced and went flying, and now their shit is a glob of melted parts.
Well, the problem is,
my man, one of your drone arms is longer than the other.
The problem is we're so damn tempted by it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, this is going back to Rhode Island for a second. The reason why we're so looking forward to Rhode Island is, first off, it's a target-rich environment.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing but coastline, nothing but lighthouses, nothing but watercraft and yachts and high-end mansions, and so it's a target-rich environment, just like this, man. I mean, could you resist this? Is the question.
You know what? I would risk an FPV bird.
And how far would you push it? How far would you push it?
This was a new one it's out on YouTube.
Yes, but this is shot basically with a camera drone. But the fact that people are swarming here, they're getting tickets on the plane to go here and fly. If I could afford it, I would have probably thought about it.
Back up.
Seriously. I would have seriously thought about it because they're letting you know if you fly your shit here,
Lars, you better bring a couple of drones.
What happened?
You better bring a couple of drones.
Oh, I would definitely take everything I have. As far as cruisers?
All your drones and a towel to wipe your tears away. Okay.
Well, see, that's what this guy did.
I mean, look, if you come away with the footage, is it worth it?
That's what
Right.
this guy did. I noticed on a few scenes. I will actually put the link so you guys can watch it with the music because that adds to the effect. But he did actually zoom in a couple of times, and I can tell he was using the zoom because had he actually gotten that close, his joint would have melted definitely. We've seen the melting camera dissolving in front of us, the camera burning, slowly going dark. We've
Oh,
seen
yeah,
those
sure.
videos.
Where the bezel burns away before the glass lens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The popular attitude is being first to capture footage so they can get views and notoriety. This is true. But a lot
Well,
of
it's like
times,
anything else as a photographer. I mean, your unique point of view, if it's more unique than anybody else has
hey,
seen,
Art McKeely, how are you?
you know, you hit the jackpot. But I'm not a, I don't,
Yeah.
I don't adhere to that, you know, it's been shot once too often. I'm sorry. Everybody
No,
brings something unique to the shot. So,
you know, that would be the case with a lot of places. There's
oh
almost
yeah, nothing. But I mean, there are places in the UK where you can stand on a ridge and, you know, combat aircraft will fly by you at, you
Mhm.
know, 0.7 Mach as a knife edge through the canyon. And you're standing
And
right there photographing.
isn't there a runway in Hawaii or
There's
someplace with that comes right across the road?
no, no,
And
no, no.
where is
St.
that?
Martin. St.
Okay,
Martin.
in the islands.
Yeah.
So the runway,
No,
It's a runway,
the
Herman.
actual runway is, and people stand there at the fence,
Yes.
okay, and hold on, and they get thrown out vertically. People get wiped across.
okay.
There's a 2-lane road, the fence
'Cause
to
I'm
the
gonna say
airport.
from the side of
There's no
JFK, you
jet
get some
blast
good pictures.
deflector, and there's a beach right there, and people get like swept into the water.
I got you.
But there's some significant injuries that happen too.
Yes.
And people
In
are just,
fact,
hey, people
I'm
are what they
actually
are, man.
pulling
Why
up
don't
a
they
video.
move?
I'm actually pulling up a
They
video.
don't have a
The
sign that
commercial
says,
playthrough.
Don't camp
Well,
here.
people are, look, thrill centric, right? We aspire to that also, right? Thrill centric.
Oh, I would get a steel beam and anchor it to the ground and make a ride out of that.
No, I wouldn't be there at all because any debris on the runway or roadway gets hurled at you at
All
like
right, here we go.
140, 150 miles an hour.
We can get back to the story, but I have a clip right here for you guys that don't know which runway we're talking about. This particular one here, this is how the plane comes in. And I've always found stuff like this amazing, that people would actually risk this. I live near JFK International Airport. I've seen planes taking off with fuel leaking out of the wings. I've seen planes take off and have to make a U-turn. And this is the island in St. Martin. And look how everybody's coming around and they're taking pictures, and this thing is right over their feet, and there's the runway.
Yeah, but Lawrence, I mean, it's not as low, but in the back of JFK, they come in low enough for you to get some really good
over
pictures.
Brookville Road, Herman.
The thing is,
yeah,
they don't make it attractive for you to be back there.
Right. Right.
Well, this is actually where you can get blown away here. I mean, there's some serious accidents that happen here. They put people on notice how dangerous it is.
Yeah, you go out there at your own risk.
Now that's there are larger aircraft that come in larger than that. Okay. So, you know, but people look, each his own, right?
Yeah.
Well, it is Big Matt. That's what they do. There's a disclaimer. They let you know if you hang out in this area. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong,
You
Tom.
ain't
They
suing
let you know
anybody.
this area, you're hanging out there at your own risk.
You're at your own risk.
Yeah.
You waive
Don't
all
call an
liability.
ambulance if a tire scrapes the top of your head.
Well, you'll call an ambulance, yeah, but
or the
you pay
wind
the
knocks
bill
you
for
on,
it.
or the wind when it passing just knocks you on your ass.
No, it's like, look, there's FOD. Okay, we call it FOD in the service in the Navy. If you've ever seen on an aircraft carrier where all the flight deck members walk the entire flight deck because you're looking for FOD, foreign objects on deck,
looking for screws or anything.
So imagine those things being flung through the air from a commercial airport. Okay, all the dust, debris, and everything else on that runway. When that plane comes in, that's getting hurtled at you at 140, 150 miles an hour. So
oh, you'll
screw
find
that
out.
jet blast. What about all the debris?
True.
And for you
This
tall
is
guys,
true.
you might get hit by that wheel.
Yeah, very true. You know, his mother would talk about volcanoes all the time, in the mountains too. Something about people disappearing from falling into the ground. Yeah, living by a volcano has to be a unique experience. That is truly living on the edge or living on the moving edge.
Well,
yeah, but
there's been rock formation that has been created where civilizations used to be because of volcanoes just destroying the entire civilization.
Dude, if you take you take a trip out to the Southwest and you go through Bryce and you go through Kodachrome and all these places and Moab. Moab, I swear it looks like these are rock monsters. They're going to come back alive at some point, okay, and rise up. These geological formations that come are just amazing in design. Just to see, how many layers of things, especially like Red Rock Canyon, you see the various layers and how many, hundreds of thousands to millions of years each layer took, and we're this little gnat. No, we're actually smaller than a gnat on a gnat's ass when it comes to that timeline, right?
Yeah, exactly. What do you have next, Herman?
Well, actually, there's a thing going on with Porsche, I should say, with a trip to Finland. And if you remember the video that Johnny Drone Flyer shot, or Johnny FPV, I should say.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Johnny FPV.
Johnny Drone Flyers on the brain. There we go.
Johnny FPV shot a video of a Tuscan Cross, a Turismo. What is it? A Taycan Cross Turismo with FPV drone. He shot that with the Porsche.
And he was using a DJI.
Yeah, well, actually, Porsche is going one step further, where they're have an all expense paid trip to the ice experience they have there with in Levi, Finland. So what they're asking, I see here, is that they want people to upload these videos.
And this is
what they're going to do is they're supposed to recreate this video. It can be shot as long as you want. You can put your transitions in however you want. You can do whatever you please with it, as far as, you have what is it? I said up to what do you have? 200 gigabytes of music and footage from this guy here for you to check out. But what it is you upload this to Instagram, with the Drive to Extreme on the hashtag Create to Extreme is the hashtag you have to upload it to on Instagram or Facebook. And you enter this contest to win that trip to via Finland.
So basically you're taking, everybody in the chat, think of this as a Fiverr experiment, okay?
This is the
so you're taking footage that they're providing you, and you're going into post with that footage, and you're going to create an ad for Porsche, okay?
Exactly.
And the winner's going to get a trip and some cash in hand.
The winner will get a trip to this actual course right here,
and some notoriety.
Now, hold your shorts. You don't have to fly. You just have to edit.
Right.
Yeah, no, this is editing with their video. They don't want your video. They want you to edit with their video. And what they deem as the best post, okay, and the best representation of their product will win this trip, right? And you'll get to go out to this Porsche Ice experience. There's no doubt you'll get to.
This is the course that you will actually get a chance to fly on, supposedly.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but Porsches are very unforgiving cars on the track if you don't do the right thing.
Hey, Fly Zone.
That snow thing.
It's not understanding the amount of power that you have, okay, and how you have to leverage both the power and the braking, okay, to survive the course.
Drivers have issues with these cars.
Well, how many cases are there of new Porsche owners driving out of the dealership and smacking the car up on the first light pole they see, okay? Or that first turn they take and don't realize that they just slammed 500 horse.
As much as
500 horse into a corner on a 2-lane road, So, it's unforgiving.
You don't have to turn the wheel as much as your your truck.
No.
But I saw this. I thought this was crazy. I was like, wow, maybe I should try it out.
It's truly a Fiverr experiment, right? So those of you that don't know, Fiverr is a service, FIVER. It's a service up online,
we get to keep the car,
and you can. I don't think they award you enough money for that, but you can turn around and collect, all your clips and send them, to somebody on Fiverr to edit them for you.
True.
And in fact, I
didn't know
there's a lot of video out there that some YouTube influencers have tested Fiverr and have created a couple of experiments where they send out some work and they don't want to pay more than $50 for an edit. And they get 3 or 4 people compete on that. And then there's another where they spend $500 on an edit. Okay. And it was surprising that some of the stuff they got back for $50 was just as nice as some of the stuff they got back from editors that were charging $500.
I could believe it.
So, there's a whole bunch of services, whether it's, doing sound engineering for you on your video. Okay. Or doing color grading. There's plenty of people up on Fiverr that do color grading. So there's a lot of opportunities. If you don't feel you're good at editing, then it's not a bad way to start. Start on the cheap with some very low bid type of stuff, but see what comes back. And a lot of times they'll provide you the raw. So you bring it in, you can bring it into Premiere or Final Cut, and take a look at how it was even put together. So, there's some options out there. If you're not good at a portion of this, there's help out there.
Okay, let's see.
Lawrence.
Yes.
Why don't you try to do it?
Why don't I try to do it?
Yeah.
Nah.
If
I had a DJI system and I could afford about 3 drones, I'd risk it.
No, you don't have to. No, he's talking about taking their video.
Just
taking their video and doing post on it.
I was misunderstanding. I missed the whole.
You don't have to fly it. You just got to be able to edit it.
You just got to take their video and edit them up a commercial. And then they're going to pick the best one from that.
He already flew it.
That sounds real interesting.
Yeah.
That's seriously.
You could have a whole new sideline there, Lawrence. Think about it, man. You'd be sitting at home editing other people's videos.
I can see it now. Lawrence,
no, you can't.
People out everywhere.
I'm not going to be in front of a computer for 12 hours, 16 hours out of a day.
When you see the checks coming in, you would.
Yeah, you're right about that. You are right about that.
So
you need a studio. You need a studio editing level computer. Believe it or not, they did say, however,
yourself an Apple M1 and you'll be there.
What they're doing is they're searching for people with editing skills. Hey, Paul Murray, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. They're looking for people.
What's good, man?
They're looking, bless you. They're looking for people's editing skills. There's a lot of people out there. You could give someone the same footage. You could give people the same footage and tell them to edit it, and it would be possibly 50 different videos.
How many different videos you think they're gonna get?
How stocks on marketplace.
They'll get thousands.
You see what
They'll get
Marcel put,
thousands.
Tom? How stocks on marketplace there, Tom.
Let me tell you something.
There we
There's
go.
nothing but money to be made out there. Okay, nothing but money to be made out there. Just got to find the angle.
This is true. This is true. There are a lot of ways to make money out there legally. And I stress the word legally.
Oh, nothing but there are tons of legal means to. I mean, whether it's a side gig or a full-time thing, whether it's reselling Amazon product, okay,
Reselling Amazon product.
Look, it happens every day, man.
Hey, Tom, we're taking your bag up to we're taking your bag to Rhode Island up there with us. And what we're doing, we're gonna place it on the table and back away from it slowly. But there's gonna be a lot of people. I expect, from what I've been seeing, and correct me if I'm wrong, anyone in the chat or you guys,
a lot of people,
but I think there's gonna be about 30 to 40 drone pilots. You have how many people are coming from New York? There's at least 10 people coming from New York.
He's already arranged to have some food trucks there in the morning for the sunrise meet. Okay. So I mean, that's pretty thoughtful.
Listen, if none of them sell egg and cheese on a roll, I'm done.
Dude. Okay.
I'm just playing around.
You're gonna go hungry.
I'm just playing around, man.
You're gonna go hungry. Look, they probably got that and then some, and you'll get a lobster roll too for lunch. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, see that. I really wanted to turn out nice, and I really look forward to this. Like I said, I have never been to Rhode Island before. Herman's just tickle to death.
No, it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. Plus, were you guys, what area are you staying in, Herman? Have you figured it out yet?
We're staying across the water.
Right?
Yeah, where?
Across the water.
Where?
I told you where I was at. I'm up the road.
What is Herman? Herman's afraid that you'll all find out where he's staying and then raid his hotel room and short sheet him.
Hell no.
No, I don't worry about that.
I'll be in that room too. That means it would be done to me as well.
I don't worry about that.
And more likely done to you. Yeah.
No. Listen, I got an ankle bracelet. As soon as I pop it, the police.
So where are you? Are you guys in Seekonk? Where are you guys? Where are you guys at?
I told you before where I was at. I'm up the street.
Because over there, there's you got a big mall over there. There's tons of restaurants over there.
Over where?
There's by you. By
how much are the tolls?
Okay.
Someone's asked how much are the tolls up there?
Huh? How much are the tolls? I wasn't worried about the tolls.
I guess you could figure that out on Google Maps. I'm not sure. Is there a way to figure that out on Google Maps?
You can put in your GPS.
Yeah, Google Maps will tell you how much each toll costs if you take their route.
Or if you go with the avoid toll.
Rosie, be well. Thank you for coming in.
But then the trip could last you a lifetime.
Yeah, I mean, the quickest route there, of course, is 95.
Right, 95.
And that's gonna 95 is basically gonna hug the Connecticut coastline.
Okay.
So that's basically the quickest route up there. It's not a bad trip once you get out of New York City. Again, I caution.
Right. Once you're in an open road where the highways open up to about 65.
Well, it's Connecticut. You're still going to get your traffic. I mean, they're not much better than us, but they are still better than us when it comes to traffic. But yeah, most of the traffic's coming towards the city, at least in the western portion of that state, coming towards New York. So we're going the other way.
Mr. Famous Dan. What's up, Dan?
Yeah, about 3.5 hour drive from New York City.
Is it?
Yeah.
Let's see. What is it at this time of the?
At this time of the day, it depends on what time of the day.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, we're seeing about the same. I mean, we're leaving Friday morning. And so we're looking at about the same travel time.
About 3:15, 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Anywhere from 3 to 3 hours 45
What
minutes.
time are you leaving?
We're leaving
Around?
early in the morning on Friday.
Early morning, because we were considering a 7 to 8 o'clock, 7 to 9 o'clock time frame as well. I don't know.
Yeah, so
We're gonna play it by
that's
ear.
why I'm
We're
putting
playing
it at
by
3.5.
ear.
If you drive straight through, you're looking at 3.5 hours. Okay. If you guys going up on a Friday morning, right?
Not including stopping for the old man piss.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you drive straight through, look at this crowd we're looking at right here. Okay. Who the fuck drives through anything anymore? Okay.
There
I
you
used to
go.
be able to drive for fucking days, please. Now, yeah.
You know
Now
what?
I better go before I leave.
Sometimes I do because I don't want to get out the car.
Well, they make things for that now. You know that, right?
My
Okay.
leg with this thing here, I've been having this issue. It goes dead after an hour of driving.
But that's the problem. You got to get out of the car. You got to. The worst thing you can do is stay there. Yeah. Well, you should be stopping every couple of hours anyway, because you know you got to worry at this age that you don't get a fucking blood clot.
Yeah, this is true.
You got to get the seats that got the
Yeah.
to stop that from happening.
Now I got to get a fucking Tesla where I can go take a nap.
Or you need a driver.
Yeah, not with some of the Tesla drivers we've been watching on YouTube.
You need a driver so you can go sit in the back.
They were out cold, reclined in that seat.
With the autopilot on while you're in the back sleep, right?
Yeah. Curled up.
Listen, I don't want to see none of those clips going up there. I will record it. So you pass me sleeping in your Tesla, I will record it.
That's
plain and simple. And I'm going to get your license plate. What happened?
You're going to record them and report them?
I'm going to record what I can record and get his license plate and have them waiting for him at his house. You know, wherever he's going.
Those things are great right now, but
when you have thousands of them on the road, no, feel the same way.
No,
it'd be better then.
It's
because you don't have autonomous vehicles.
What I'm saying is
that you have a problem.
Years later, years down the line, when we're gone and no one's even thinking about us anymore. Those things could be dangerous, because if you can set that thing, if the time comes with just like everything else, you can pre-program it to start up and go take you to work at a certain time. Imagine having a heart attack in that car on the way home from work and don't make it.
It drives you home dead.
Drives you all the way home to the drive. It opens the garage, parks, shuts off, turns on in the morning, and drives you back to work. Up at the parking lot.
It's work week with Bernie. Okay. It's work
because everybody wants to be lazy. It has to be autonomous now.
Yeah, I know.
I can't touch it anymore. I can't.
You're right, Herman. It is a shame. I always sleep in my Tesla. What's the point of having auto drive if you're not going to take chances in life? The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily the views and opinions of everyone in the chat and or it. You know what I mean.
Easy there. Easy there.
I was trying not to laugh while I was saying it. Dan is very amusing. There's one thing. If I ever get down to Florida, I have to meet Dan, and we need to break bread. We need to sit on and break bread and have a good laugh.
Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying it's only when it becomes too comfortable for everybody. Like everybody wants everything to just happen. You remember, if you ask your grandparents, the can opener had a crank one time. Then he went to the. Now we don't even touch the can anymore.
I know.
And it leaves a clean edge.
And it leaves a clean edge with no metal shrapnel in your food.
You know? So
what they fail to mention is you rinse the can off, you rinse the top of the can off, and you use it, but the paper and everything has debris and shit under it. Just
been sitting on that dusty shelf. Hey guys, I'm gonna do the tooltip early tonight because
Go for it,
actually
go for it, man.
I got to bounce in a few minutes.
Go for
So,
it.
we talked about this a week ago. Actually, a week ago, we talked about this, and we have Rhode Island coming up. So, what I'd like to do is, again, we just go over real quick in just a couple of minutes some of the things you can employ here that we talked about last week about doing your recon. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. And let's find the right screen to share. That would be helpful. Okay. And the first place I go is I go to Google Maps. And in
Right.
Google Maps, I find the point that we're going to be flying from.
Right.
And from there, I can get a good idea of the surrounding area. And I can get a good idea from my distances also. We talked about this also, where you can turn around, right click, measure, and then figure out, okay, how far is it if I go across to this point?
Right.
It's 2,800 feet. But now I can also, instead of dropping another point, I can just drag this point around. So I can see what kind of distances I have. And yeah, how far to the hotel. But I can also take a look. Okay, what are my operating parameters here? How far can I go? What am I looking at? Okay. So that's one part of it, right? But also using Google Maps and going down and taking a look at where you're going to be operating from. One of the things you should do is drag the little guy over and see if there's any vantage points you can see the surrounding area and see where you're flying from. And with that, then you'll get what's called the street view. So this is the park we're going to be flying from. Okay. And there'll be a lot of watercraft in the area. Plus there probably will be some stunning yachts out there as well. But you can get an idea of the area. And also, of course, Lawrence, just so you know, the important things you can look at also there. Make sure there's a port of sand and close walking distance.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
But,
I see.
You know, from here, we can turn around and take a look and go as far down that little road as we can and see what's in the surrounding area. But also remember, I can drag this guy and turn around and look at it from other vantage areas, like can look at it from this overpass over here and see what kind of views I have from there.
Well, see, Tom, it's funny you mentioned that because I actually did exactly what you're doing. And I already figured out if I'm going to fly in the FPV, I'm going to have to be away from you guys anyway. But if there's a bunch of DJI birds in the air, I'll probably either get there, or we'll get there early and fly, or we'll fly later after everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and
but
now
the reconnaissance is important, even if you're going to fly in a local park, man.
So if you look, I mean, you can zoom in and, you know, you can use this, you can see there's some large barges coming in there. There's a wind farm across the way.
Right,
there.
that would be a great hyperlapse.
Some things to consider, right? So that's one way of using it and using Google Maps and getting a couple of different vantage points. But remember, we also talked about the photographer's ephemeris. And here we are with that same point, because remember, we're flying from Collier Point Park. I can easily right click over it. And over here, I'll get the lat and the longitude. And if I click on that, it automatically saves it to the clipboard. Now I can come over to the photographer's ephemeris and I can go search and I can plug that right in there and go, and it's going to drop the point right there. Now, our meet is at 8 a.m. So at 8 a.m., the sun has already risen.
True.
Its azimuth is 24 degrees above horizon. And as you can see, it's with the yellow line, it's coming across. So, so now if you get there really early, Okay, and really early
Have a
would be
different perspective.
5:38 a.m. for sunrise.
All right.
You can see where the sun is rising by seeing the yellow line, and then the yellow line emerges and follows the arc. Okay. Now, another great shot at some point in time will be when the sun is around noontime. It'll be pretty high in the sky at 62 degrees, but it's not at 90 degrees. Okay. But at 62 degrees, it's basically facing right into downtown Providence.
Mm-hmm.
So you get some good lighting against the buildings then. But remember what kind of light you get early in the morning. So
Yeah,
the
the
light that's
hotels
going to
get
be thrown
expensive up
across those
there.
buildings is going to be orange. Okay. Really, really warm. So if you can, plan accordingly, whether you're getting there early, getting there late, getting there on time. But you can plot out where things are going to be, and you can plot out actually even where the moon's going to be. So if you want to capture the moon in some of your shots.
Okay.
This is also useful at night. Okay. So if we zoom out of here just a little bit, I can go ahead and I can drag this pin and I can bring this pin down and take a look at, oh, we're going to be in Newport for the sunset. And we'll say there for sunset. Now I can turn around and take a look at, well, when will that be? Well, very clearly, if I look at this chart over here, I can see sunset is at 8:03, and my Sybil ends a half an hour after that. But where is the sun actually going to be, and where am I going to film from? And this saves a lot of battery and gets you more on target quicker. So I can see that the sun is going to set up basically from where we are. It's going to set in the closer to the northwest. Okay.
Right.
Have that southern tip of Rhode Island in the shot. So that's a couple of quick ways to do recon. Of course, adding Google Maps. Adding Google Earth. I didn't put Google Earth in here because I don't want the system slowing down and then getting choppy as you watch it.
Right.
But Google Earth does chew up a lot of resources on your computer, so be prepared for that. But Google Earth, of course, is a good way to look at it and a good way to look at your terrain. Also, while you're at it, check out Kitty Hawk, check out Air Maps, check out Before You Fly. Okay. See if you have any problems in the local area and then figure out your course of action to deal with it. So that's it for today's Tom's Tool Tips.
Hey, Andrew,
And
how you doing?
let me go ahead and give you back the screen.
No, I was just chatting with Maddie. I was saying that I will definitely not be going up if there are 5 or more drones in the air, but I may go up early and I may go up after everyone flies. And I was explaining.
You bring a camera drone, right?
Yeah.
So you fly with a camera drone, sure.
Right, exactly. That may be the only thing. But you know how we do here in New York, Tom. Not everyone says what altitude they're at and we're programmed here in New York because there's already so much shit in the air to avoid. So we learn.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I think we got a good group of people going up there. So
I do
think
too.
I do too.
But Tom, you know how meetups are. You've been to a few meetups here in New York. People will walk up and not even say hello to people and pull their drones out and start flying.
So the other thing is, guys, to use remember that
I'm just
flying after sunset or before sunrise
strobes
requires a strobe. Okay.
Yep.
So there's several out there on the market, whether it's LumaCube, whether it,
I have my Firehouse.
The Firehouse. This is another one I just picked up.
To 3 nautical miles.
This one is good for in excess of 3 nautical miles, but it has directional also. So it's got a red light for the port side, a green light for the starboard side, and then a white light for signaling beacon. And actually, the way it flashes, you can actually see, your attitude or your direction of travel, which is something that a lot of people don't realize. Flying at night just doesn't mean you have to remain within visual line of sight doesn't mean you just have a strobe on it.
Hey, what's up?
flying visual line of sight also means you know the altitude of your aircraft and the attitude of your aircraft, it's heading in direction, and being able to visualize those things along with being able to visualize obstacles. So before you would have to file for a waiver. It was a 107.29 daylight waiver, which meant you were allowed to fly at night. You were allowed to provide the same provisions you flew in the day at night, but you had to use a beacon. Now, the way you got that was you had to write a waiver request to the FAA, and you actually had to state how you would see obstacles, how you plan to avoid obstacles, how you plan to avoid, visual aberrations that are caused at night. Okay.
Right.
So you had to list all these things. Now, all you got to do, if you're 107, is take your recurrent. Okay. And you'll be approved to fly at night after civil twilight. Now, you recreational flyers, sorry to say, you're actually now under the new system only allowed to fly up to civil twilight and civil dusk. So, but again, you need to use a strobe. Okay,
well,
need to use a
as far
strobe.
as the strobe is concerned, the strobe should be mainly applied to your drone so as that others can see you, not so you can use it for visual.
Well, that is realize
that is not visual line of sight. That's visual line of sight of something flashing.
So do you want to actually know what the visual line of sight is at night for your drone?
Yeah, what, 10 feet?
400 feet from you. No, I'm sorry. 500 feet from you within 400 foot of altitude. So that's not a very large bubble. Okay. Not when our drones fly 6,500 feet away.
Be out to 500 feet away in no time.
Absolutely. Not only that, is that only applies if you maintain continuous observation of it.
You're not seeing it.
But the second you look down at your tablet, you're not likely to reacquire your drone. Also, the lower you fly, the less likely you are to be able to maintain visual line of sight.
True.
Okay. Because you lack contrast. You have a background now that your drone gets lost in. How many times have we, we've really cursed DJI sometimes for making light gray drones on cloudy days. Light gray drones don't help us, right?
It blends right in.
Or white on those sunny days with those puffy white clouds. It's like, where'd my drone go?
Where is it? Oh, right there, 10 feet.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. But good to see against trees.
It's funny you say that, because one of the stories tonight, I know you got to go, Tom, but one of the stories tonight has to do with a gentleman who does public safety, and he's allowed access to people's flight records to do research and stuff. But we'll get into that when we catch up. Isn't that the next story?
No.
So with that, guys, I'm hoping to see as many of you as we can up in Rhode Island.
Are you out here now?
Yes, that's right,
Yeah,
Tom.
I gotta bounce. And Sunday, I will unfortunately not be. I don't know if you guys are doing a stream on Sunday.
We'll be coming back to New York. I would like to.
Our plan is to come back to do it, but
okay. Unfortunately, I won't be able. I'll still be up there and entertaining. I'm also turning into the wife's birthday weekend. You like how I planned that out? Okay, get the extra points.
You better take care of wifey so you can buy more toys.
Well, it's happy wife, right? We don't need to go any further. Okay, so you'll see. I keep her very happy, so you'll see the toys I have. And with that, guys. Looking forward to seeing you guys, seeing those guys.
We'll see you this weekend, all Tom. You guys in the chat. Those guys will be representing it up in Rhode Island.
I sent you a message on Messenger, Tom.
Okay, good deal. I'll check it out. Okay, guys, peace out, everybody. Stay safe, man.
Have a good one.
See you soon.
Definitely.
See you later. And then there was two.
Right.
You know what, Lawrence?
Yeah.
Pix4D announced that they're entering into an exclusive partnership with Beijing Skymaps technical company for the mainland China. Now, you know, Pix4D is the photogrammetry industry leader, industry standard leader. So
right now for
don't
3D
anybody tell you
mapping,
what industry standard is, but the industry.
yeah, but right now for 3D mapping, they are the pinnacle. Everyone's modeling after them.
Well, a couple of days ago, they announced this whole big partnership with Beijing Skymaps, technical or technology company, and they got a good thing going on here with them, because you know they're experienced in these in software and in sales and search and rescue and all kind of different things. These guys have applications for, and now they're going to be working with, you know, like I said, applications not only for what they've used in the past for search and rescue and inspection and map making, but now they have things for security, public safety, and for construction. So this is going to be a big thing with them. There's a big partnership that they've gotten going on here. And
Well,
it's
it's
just one of many of the partnerships that Pix4D seems to have. That's why when I was telling you before, we talked about how DJI has a software like this as well. But
yes,
almost,
yes, they do.
Almost all of the guys flying the DJI birds are using the Pix4D software because the industry uses it, and it's easier for them to work with and share information amongst who they need to share information with. So once again, Pix4D wins.
Well, it's good because Pix4D is saying, okay, we're going to let you Beijing Skymap Beijing technology. It's Beijing Skymap technologies. We're going to let you guys contact each and everyone in mainland China in your name. You're going to let us handle all of these issues, and SkyMap is already established in mainland China. So
well,
the fact
yes, but remember, Beijing, what is it? Beijing SkyMap. They're the ones with the software and the sales and service end of it. You know what I mean? And these guys are the guys on the other end with the actual applications and the software used for computers for creating your 3D mapping and your surveying, and for, like I said, now even public safety. But what attracted me to the story was the fact that they just keep getting these partnerships, and then you see some of these names that keep coming up, and some of these people are affiliated with some of these companies that are doing stuff like UTMs, like what is about to hit with us. And
well,
stuff like that. And
I remember.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but weren't they Pix3 or Pix3D or something before they went to Pix4D? Because I'm reading here.
Pix4D, but it's just that they
before Pix4D, what were they?
There's other companies that have stuff like this that are doing these versions,
okay.
that have worked on UTMs and other places, and are going to be doing work with UTMs and other things here in the United States. But you see how many names are on that damn list, and some of these companies just keep seeming to come up. Excuse me. But
no, I'm listening. I like the fact that they're constantly expanding. From what it says here, they were founded in 2011. They've expanded headquarters in Lucerne, I don't know where that is, Switzerland, Berlin, Madrid, Denver, Colorado, San Francisco, Shanghai, and Tokyo. So
that's all over.
They're not just in one part of the world. They're all over on each and every continent.
They're all over the place.
Except Australia.
But they're close.
It's a matter of time, right?
No, but where did you say they were?
Okay.
What? Russia,
Lucerne, I don't know what that is. Switzerland, Berlin, Madrid, Denver, San Francisco, Shanghai, and Tokyo.
Yeah.
Are places where they've already expanded to. So it's a company like this that's growing, they will keep on growing. And like Disney, have their hands on every continent.
Forget about this. Forget
You
about
know, that
dudes.
went off Wednesday and Thursday looking to do some trail work. I don't know. It looks to be like 105 plus. Hell,
What happened? Oh,
Angie.
you know what? I
Yo,
just
what?
realized that's Ed. What's up,
Yes,
Ed?
yes. He was saying, yes, he was
I'm
saying that
sorry.
he was saying that he had some health issues. I think it was a stroke or something to that effect. And I was asking him, is he okay? Because I hadn't seen him a while. Hey, more possum, how are you? Welcome to the live stream. We
Hey,
appreciate
eat more
every
possum.
one
What's
of
up,
you
bro?
coming in.
Long
But I
time.
have not seen Ed for a while, and I was wondering, and good people, you think about good people all the time. You know, the drone community is nice. When somebody isn't around,
What's up, Ed?
we wonder what happened.
Yeah,
But I'm glad
I hadn't seen him.
I'm glad you're feeling better. And we're glad to see you back, man. Seriously, we missed you. We miss you, your presence, everything about you, man.
Yeah, I didn't see him on Night Train. And I
Night
was
Train,
like,
right.
yeah, I
Like
was
now,
like,
see, Night Train, I watch his streams, but sometimes, a lot of times, I don't go into the chat because, okay, I'm not bougie, maybe a little lazy, but then you have to say, hi, so-and-so, hi, so-and-so, hi, so-and-so, hi, so-and-so, hi,
that's
so-and-so.
every live stream.
It is. But sometimes you just want to sit and watch a damn live stream, you know?
Eat
Or
more.
you you understand what I'm saying, right? You enjoy. There are certain live streams that I like watching because I like the people and personalities and stuff like that. And yeah, I do lurk.
Yo, that name will always get a chuckle out of me.
Eat more possum.
And then when Angie writes things like what she just put in there,
Hey, good to see. What did she put? What did she put? Oh, let me see. Hold
eat
on.
more possum. Hey, good to see you.
It makes it. It's funny. It's a great name. Well, I have a name on Xbox, but I could see having that as a gamer tag.
What,
You
eat
know,
more possum?
eat more possum. You're like, yo, eat more possum keeps killing me, man. I hate eat more possum. You know, or
Oh,
he's cheating. Eat more possum's cheating. Hey,
that's
welcome
just like
back, Gary.
JSK. Sound like a DJ's name to me. I don't know.
See, Ed knows. He says I've done my share of lurking also. You know, LOL. You know, we all do it. Sometimes I don't. I would like going to a stream and just watching
Hello,
this.
Gary.
Welcome back, Gary. But hope all you guys are doing well. Please click that like button. And for those of you who don't know, I am on a monetized Phantom Flight 101
Oh, here we go.
craze here. So because they have not monetized them and they're playing around with it, I've decided to put his PayPal account randomly.
But
I mean, everyone else is doing it. We might as well. I mean, you know, listen, and he gets every bit of it, as opposed to Granny made the Be More Possum. If Granny made something called Be More Possum, I don't know if I want to eat it, Ed. Just the word possum. I know people eat possum because I saw a guy catch a possum out here in the bay, and he's walking down the street with it. He had it by the fur, by the back of the head, and by the back, by the tail.
I don't think that's the same.
Huh?
I don't think that's the same.
Listen. I know to stay away from possums. I know that. When you see them in your yard, leave them the hell alone.
In your yard.
That shit about they play dead. I tell you, Herman, I came out. This was when I was smoking cigarettes. I used to smoke cigarettes years ago. I came outside and I lived in a basement and we have a little metal fence. So I come out and I look and I see these eyes, these little eyes. And then the sensor comes on because I, of course, walked outside and there's this big possum, maybe 14, 15 inches long. And he's on the fence. So I said, well, okay, possums are supposed to be scary animals. So I go, get out of here. And it hissed at me and showed his teeth. And I said, okay, you got that. I'm not smoking my cigarette now. And I went back in the damn house. I'm not playing around. I don't play with wildlife. Best possum, I skipped a letter. Possum stew from the Beverly Hillbillies. I just dated myself. Ed, I remember hearing that on the Beverly Hillbillies. I remember watching the Beverly Hillbillies. But what are we doing next?
Oh, well.
One story.
They were wondering if
that was a rat.
Connectivity is the key to we always been talking about urban drone delivery. Well, according to L-Site Limited, has announced that L-Site's Halo was integrated into the drone participating in the NAAMA.
I call it NAMA. Because that's what it spells, NAAMA. So
it's a bit much, but
yes.
What it is that they've had this well, if you remember from the article, they have a whole global contribution to show basically the safety and all of the things that is required for drone delivery. But now what happens is there was this company here, they had several hours of demonstration and under global UTMs in front of major industry players, they had to go through all of these tests and flights beyond visual line of sight to show the safety of this drone delivery. So basically, they actually have a video that was put together that demonstrates everything that is necessary in
they do. And for those of you, I'm actually not going to show the video because it shows a lot of their staff talking and stuff. But what I will do is actually share the video link. Now, for those of you who don't know what, hold it, where is it? What is it called? What the hell? Oh, L-Site's Halo it's an operating system for drones. What they're saying is they will come into your company, and if you have a series of delivery drones and or passenger drones that you want flying in the air, they have the ultimate operating system that will link your base command with those drones. This operating system they've tested with over 4,000 drones making delivery flights pass beyond BVLOS, beyond the visual line of sight, and it's becoming a commonly used
and it was set up in a UTM.
Yes, it's a commonly used global UTM that people are using around the world. So just like in Terminator, Skynet was the network. It controlled all the robots and everything. This particular L-Site Halo system is designed specifically for that and can be catered to your company's use.
Right. Well, the drone that they're using is designed to keep a rock solid connection between the drone and the controller.
And the operator. They specifically said they want and believe that every drone, whether it's flown autonomously or not, there should be an operator there who should be able to take over control in the event anything goes wrong. And they're offering you this solution, basically.
Right. They're saying that it's been proven because they've proven it under a global UTM and the observers, the people there witnessing were people of the industry that have approved it. So I guess they're going to try to
sell it. Angie, I agree with you. Yes, they are good predator watchers. And I did not find that out on Nat Geo.
What?
That raccoons will scare possums away. Did you see the one video of the man that
scare possums away?
No, we were talking about possums, and Angie said she had a possum, and I keep up with the chat, or I try to. She said that she had a possum and it hadn't shown up for a while. Now she has a mama raccoon with about 4 or 5 little ones behind her. And I said, more than likely the raccoon scared the possum away. So where I'm actually having conversation with you and them at the same time, or at least trying to. Wait a minute, what is, oh, this
Yeah,
is the video.
that's
That's the
another one.
video of L-Site's Halo system.
That's another one I'm gonna leave alone. This whole possum not see it, never mind.
Well, I just wanted to try and keep the chat as well. Let them know
They always look like they got a runny nose, man.
Oh, raccoons?
No possum.
I don't know. I all I know is that one that was on the
Hey
fence.
Jay, what's up, man?
When I said get out of here, and it hissed at me and stared. He got that.
Nah, you know what? I dare any animal to hiss at me when I go outside.
Oh yeah, say that about the puppies now.
Oh, they don't hiss.
Oh yeah, true. True.
They don't hiss.
Valid point. Valid
they
point.
turn and stare and look at you like you're what? And then I
Yeah.
go back inside. Yeah.
How's the beach today? Show. The wind's blowing in my hair. I smell the ocean over my shoulder. I'm doing good, man. Good internet connection at the beach today. Like, dude, don't you see the floodlight coming from the side? I got it hooked up now. Hey, what's up, Show? How are you, man? Hope all is well. Yes, yes, yes. You know, we need the hair, the wind to blow through our hair. And like I said, randomly, I will be posting, until Herman is monetized, I will be posting his PayPal due to the fact that YouTube is being snobbish. And, you know, that's like, it's, I just don't like how they do, because you get this close to the goal and then they say, you can't have it.
Well, it's just like in anything else.
What's good,
you
man?
get knocked out of bounds just before you score that touchdown.
Yeah, true.
Clock runs out.
This is true. This is very, very true. But getting back to this Halo system, this is one of the few companies. There are companies we've done stories on, but this particular L-Site Halo system is one that they've gone into with detail, describing how they are the main operating system between the base operation of drone delivery, drone taxi.
Basically, it's just another application for connectivity. Just that they're saying that they got rock solid connectivity.
Yes, rock solid connectivity.
Were done way beyond visual line of sight.
They did 4,000 tests and eat every one. Now, this is one of the
and multiple drones moving at a time.
Every one of those 4,000 drones did what it was supposed to and came back and did not lose connection or connectivity or anything like that. So kudos to them for coming up with an operating system that probably most drones will be using, or other companies will be coming up and creating competition for them. Because you know they're not the only ones doing it, Armin.
No, they're not.
You know, so that the fact that they're not the only ones doing it, and by 2022, they're guesstimating last quarter 2022 into first quarter 2023, we will start seeing and hearing stuff buzzing above us. Now, in our state, maybe not. Well, like I was saying, in our state, maybe not, because where aren't they in North Carolina?
I wouldn't say that, because we still have what's that, New Air and these guys up in what do you call it? And between them and drone responders, they're planning to try to get as many companies as possible on that bandwagon with the drone use. And then the mayor, or I keep saying the mayor, but I can't wait for him to leave. But the Democratic nominee for mayor here in the city, he's on board with having drone inspection in the city.
Yes. We're building, especially after that architect, the female architect, got killed by a facade in Manhattan that could have been inspected much earlier than it took for that piece to fall.
They probably knew that it was dangerous. And if I'm not mistaken, did that building have scaffold on it?
Yes, the building already did.
That's why these guys put scaffold on the building. Leave the scaffold around the building.
Well, all I say,
some of the debris. You know how much debris those scaffolds catch?
Gary says something about getting back to his retirement. All right. Listen, if
Getting back
if
to
you got to
retiring
grind to get,
again.
if you have to grind to get back to your retirement,
How many
grind even
times can
harder.
you retire?
Yeah. What's up, Drone Psych? Hope all is well with you
Oh,
and
sorry.
wifey.
What's good, man?
What's good, man? And I will try and get out there. Do you know what Cunningham Park is, Herman?
Yeah.
Because he did a video, Drone Psych did a video in Cunningham Park. And I'm like, wow, all that space, the way I like to cruise. There are a few
Cunningham
trees you
Park
can do
has
a few
big
tricks
field.
over.
They have a big field there, and I did a video from over at Cunningham Park. That time I told you I was on the phone. I think I was on the phone with you. I told I was going to meet up with Xavier over there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was.
Yeah, because they had a meetup over there, and then he moved the location.
Congratulations. Gary says he got great news. His son is on his way home from Baghdad, Iraq. 2 months late is better than no months. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. Seriously. 2 months late, he is coming home. Yes, so yes, thank you to your son for serving. And I know you guys,
yes, thank you.
I know you guys will be glad when he comes back. I throw a big party, man, shoot some video, let us share in the celebration with you and your family. That's all I can say. L-Sight's Halo.
Oh, come home.
You know what? I try to find a video. Hold on. ELSIG.
What video? For them?
L-Sight's Halo.
I didn't see anything on this, but there's stuff out there on them.
They actually have a video that they put out. L-Sight Halo, always on connectivity beyond visual line of sight. And L-Sight Halo delivers reliable bandwidth. That was 2 years ago. So just to let you know how long they've been at it. Here's a video. If you don't know what a drone operating system is, this is the perfect example. Someone broadcasting from an area where they need to make a delivery, and pretty much they're
not new.
Yeah, they are a legitimate connection. I mean, they have it here. Maybe I can show a little from their video. I figure, what the hell? Hold on a second. Give me a second, guys, to pull it up.
Yeah, but that's
this is what you call a drone operating system. They supply the signal, multiple drones communicating to each other. There may be one spot. The real deal is a connection that cannot be broken or will not lose connection. And as you see in the drawing, the guy was flying a drone and he lost connection. I wonder why. With Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, all of this stuff. But I put the video. I'm not going to show the whole thing because I don't want Herman to get his stream banned. But I put the video in the chat so you guys can check it out, and that will explain in a lot more detail what it. But
it's not the amateur sports committee.
Yes, definitely. It is way too long, Gary, for them to be sending him home. But look at it this way, dude, he's finally coming home. I'm happy for you and your family. And like I said, thank him from all of us when he does get there, and let us know, bring him on, Of course, after he's settled in and everything, most definitely. What do we have?
Make sure you guys make him a nice big dinner.
Nice big dinner, everything. Yes, all of the above. Yes, I totally agree with that. Herman.
Yes.
Go ahead.
What happened?
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, you mentioned it earlier, but the public safety drone crash highlights. Steve Rhodes, a public safety drone, has a public safety drone column. It's a bi-weekly public safety drone crash highlights and
Website.
stuff like
Yes,
that.
crash website.
So,
Correct.
so basically, this guy, he has a site where it features like different issues that people may have had out flying.
Yes.
And being is that he's the chief pilot with Wake Forest Fire Department and North Carolina Public Safety Drone Academy. This guy has, like I said, this bi-weekly column where he features different drone crashes and public safety works. And basically what he's doing is giving the information to pilots on how to better deal with that situation and what they could have done better in that situation, what they should have done instead of doing the bonehead thing that you did.
Right.
Crash. So
right.
Like a lot of times we like accidents, unforeseeable occurrences. We don't actually see this thing happening because a lot of times we're not either not taught how to police that situation, or it's just that we're not thinking in that manner. But he goes over these things and goes into breaking down what you see and then giving you the best way of dealing with that. What are you saying, Lawrence?
I like it due to the fact that he's actually, well, first of all, he asks people permission to find out their information as pertaining to like what happened. There was a situation where there was a search and rescue, and the people and during this search, in this particular story that we're talking about, in this search and rescue, the pilot lost his drone.
Yeah.
And fortunately, during the search and rescue, when he lost his drone, the drone went down. They were searching over a large area. The people had a cell phone and they were in the water and somehow made it to land. But the particular pilot flew the drone 6,600 feet, which is slightly over a mile, without trying.
Well, he was by himself. And he
yes,
flew out
no
the
visual
line of
observer.
sight, no observer.
No visual observer. And this site is designed to tell you how to prevent these things. How do you prevent not how to prevent losing a drone, because they have the statistics, and he was allowed to get access to the flight logs. And it says, even though the data files shows the pilot switched to positioning mode, it shows the aircraft remained in sports mode. Now, that's a data anomaly that he notices that does happen in software glitches. He also points out that also a curious discrepancy between a barometric altitude and collision avoidance sonar altitude. And the discrepancy was the barometer said it was descending. The sonar altitude says that it was hovering at 38.7 feet before it crashed. And to make a long story short, it tried to make it home. It went down 2,300 feet from the landing zone. One of the main things that he points out is that this guy did a search and rescue and was flying without a visual observer. Now, for those of you who don't know this and want to know about flying beyond the visual line of sight, even beyond the visual line of sight, if you want to fly 2 miles, you need a visual observer at certain points to verify that that drone is still in the air and stuff like that. I'm just saying, but
no one, if you can't see it, guess who else can't see it?
Right. Now, they also go to say that the aircraft was returning. It began to descend without the pilot making any downward input, meaning you always push up. We've had this happen, Herman, low battery.
Right, over water, but see, like over water, sometimes the drone has a tendency to bob a little bit.
Right. Now, it said it fell for 8 seconds. It rapidly fell out of the sky the last few seconds at a speed of 32 miles per hour from 155 feet.
Yeah.
So now if the barometer was showing that it was descending and the sonar was saying that it was hovering at 38 feet, of course, this sounds like some kind of glitch or something was wrong with.
Needed to be serviced to begin with.
Yes. And I agree, Angie, it can get tense with visual line of sight. So imagine trying to fly a drone, search for people, and keep a visual sight of your drone. I mean, after 6,600 feet, you got to realize you can't see the bird. I fly out of line of sight all the time. There's nothing better than a line of sight in your dreams. Hey, Mohawk News. But
what
the
happened
story,
now?
I was reading the
Dan's
chat.
over there causing trouble. But he flies out a lot of line of sight.
The views and opinions that I heard tonight, not
Shouldn't
necessarily
do
the views and opinions of everyone on the panel and or in the chat. Hey, what's up, Mohawk News?
That's
But the
it.
point is, this guy is allowed to have a public website that he asks you, if he hears about your crash or something, he wants to ask you for permission or access to your flight records. Now, he doesn't only analyze all of this, but he gives a solution, right, Herman?
Yes,
to what should be done. And first of all, I'll point this out and let you get back to talking, but it says you can't trust the telemetry of the UAS alone. There's no perfect safety drone manufacturer that allows you to trust their telemetry safely. The pilot in command or visual observer must have eyes on the drone to determine the altitude and other critical factors of flight.
Yep. Because how many times have you looked, you've taken off from the same ground as everybody else, and you're up in the sky, and you're at a place, and you're like, that's how I am? And I'm like, wait a minute. Looks like I'm a little higher than that. You know? And if you look, as soon as you start going out over the water, your drone could lose a few feet, gain a couple of feet, lose a few feet, gain a couple of feet as you flying over water. And this will be going in a straight line. Like,
right.
when did I lose altitude? No, it just automatically.
One thing we failed to mention, Herman, in this, we failed to mention that he took off on a windy day.
Yeah,
the wind was blowing at his back at 45 miles per hour. Now, if you learn how to fly a drone other than FPV, right, Dan? Right, Mr. Famous? You don't worry about that with FPV. But if you learn to fly a camera drone, hey, Ray Kelly, what's up? I teach people to take off into the wind. What he did was he took off with the wind at his back and went in a direction and did not compensate. Hey, Blind Neil, he did not compensate for pushing into the wind, which drains the battery more and actually puts it basically puts a massive drain on the battery. So if you calculate it to go out 6,000 feet and your drone only has enough power to make it out of it was 6,600 and it crashed at 2,300. Okay, 3,000 and change, almost 4,000.
Right.
You know, these are things that your drone will not tell you I can't make it back, because your drone does not know that there's wind blowing at 45 miles per hour. It tells you what it's supposed to make it back under normal conditions.
Johnny
Drone Flyer. And you have to take this into account. Even when flying FPV, I know my battery, if I'm flying, now you know I fly mid-range and sometimes a little long range. I take into account how long it takes to get from point A to point B and whether there's a crosswind and stuff like that, because I had a drone ditch on me. It ditched 200 feet away from me, but when I got
FPV?
the low, yes, an FPV drone. It ditched on me. It didn't ditch on me. What happened was I went to make one more run, about a quarter mile, half mile down the beach, and I turned around. And as I turned around into the wind, it said low battery. So when you use FPV, sometimes when you make a maneuver or flip or trick, low battery, and then it'll go back up to normal. Well, this said low battery and it kept blinking. So I'm like, okay, while it's doing that, I'm rising. I would cruise a little. It stayed on. I would rise a little. And like I said, it landed maybe 200 feet from me. It said landing now. And I just started going down, but I was still moving forward. But I went down and I had to walk 200 feet to get my bird.
Now, you know, when I first started flying the P3, I was at Calvert, and I went across the park with it, and my phone died.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I had to turn around, once you do the stick tap test to
Mm-hmm.
see which way it's actually facing or where
Yeah.
in relation to over there,
Yeah.
I was able to just turn around and bring it back to me.
Fortunately, remember our drones only do 99.9 miles per hour. Yes,
That's it.
it's true. This is true. Anything over 99.9 miles per hour, I don't know you. I don't know who you are. Hey, Lawrence, you live down Ray Kelly.
I
I've
have
been
a
sitting here-
question. I got a question about that.
What?
Ed, how do you guys keep all of your drones at just 99.9 miles per hour?
Just a twist of a screwdriver. You
How
remember
did-
the car?
How do
You
they
remember-
how do they not go a little bit over like that 100 miles per hour?
Listen, mine has a governor on it.
Oh, that's what it is?
All drones have governors on them. They will not go past 99.9 miles per hour.
Really? Uh-huh.
I'm just saying.
Right, I got you.
I'm just saying, man. If I don't even have a friend who has a drone that goes over 99.9 miles per hour. Maybe Mr. Famous might know a few people.
Well,
He might
anyhow,
know a few people,
Mr.
but
Steve Rhodes, he provides expert advice to drone pilots through Homeland Security Information Network and as an FAA safety team drone expert. So he's out there. He's out there. He's out there. He's out there. He's doing big
right.
things.
And if you
And he's
know of
helping
an
us
accident,
drone
if you know of someone or you want to help, check out his site. Hold on, let me see if I can get the information for his
Where
site.
was he a couple of years ago?
Yeah, when we knew Elliot. This is a sign for this is a
Signed him up for his class.
Oh yeah, right. We could have, because I'm trying to find Herman a link for him, because it's story the ability to maintain visual line of sight.
I like that one, Ed. I like that one.
What do you say?
Here's he put why I or to answer my question. They're using restrictor plates.
Show the laws of physics compel you. The laws of physics compel you. What's up, Rob C? How are you, man? Are you those guys bringing a canopy tent to the road to the meetup on Saturday?
What happened?
I there'll be one in the car. I don't know if we'll need it, but technically, yeah.
I mean, I
Technically,
can do that. That's not a problem.
My drone from Florida.
You know what else I'm bringing, Lawrence? My big flashlight.
A big flashlight?
Yeah.
For what?
My lantern.
Oh, the one you can land planes with.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The big, that would make a great runway light. Hashtag terminal velocity is a mofo.
You're gonna have planes landing out there in Newport.
Yeah, right. Trying to land in the park, right? We thought there was a runway there. The tower saying that's not us. Could you imagine? FYI, if you guys don't know what
much further.
FYI, if you guys don't know what Herman's talking about, he's not a camper or a glamper like me, but he went camping last year and he got this floodlight that you could probably signal. You could probably signal a satellite from. If you,
I
if
go
you put
camping every year, and you need to have a good light for your campsite. So I saw this light and I bought it. And it's not my fault that it can illuminate like 200 yards. Light up the whole backyard with one light. It looks like there's a fire going on.
I got one for you.
And if you're lost, it'll do that little SOS signal for up to 10 hours.
Listen, I got the right dude with me. He's got that search and rescue light. That's all I care about. He can signal planes. You might be able to see him from a satellite.
If we turn it on at night, we could use it to find our way back. Flying.
Well, you know what? you would know where you're at. You see one beam of light shooting up into the sky, like the Twin Towers, like their lights.
I want to see if I can get the hologram in front in the light.
Just see, that would be fly.
Just be my channel logo under the
Just
sky.
put LZ. So Herman had a light that could blind jetliners at 30K. Yep. Look, Ed. Yep. Yes, he can. Well, yes, one of those Ken Heron lights. Exactly. If you turned it on and looked at it, you'd catch a tan. You would catch a tan. Now, I haven't seen it.
They actually lit a big fire and I didn't need it.
Oh, wow. So see, put a Batman logo on it, Herman, Marcel says. Put a Bat logo on it. Or those guys' logo.
Those people in the across from me when we were camping, they were setting up they were burning like half a tree. They had some big fires over there.
Oh. Well, supposedly across the United States right now, there are 85 major fires from the Midwest all the way to the West Coast.
Yeah.
I want to know.
That's what a lot of that haze you see is.
Yes, we are experiencing it here in New York City. The sky has actually been orange for a couple of days, and that's actually smoke from the fires in the Midwest and the West Coast. They've actually reached New York. In fact, yesterday was a bad air quality day, and I have COPD. And on days like that, if I don't get out early before it starts heating up, I'm like a fish out of water. It's really hard to do. Well, and Herman, I thought I lost my radio. Yes, salute, man. I thought I lost my radio.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your radio right there over your left shoulder, and I have mine. Now, you know what's funny? Remember, you had to borrow the cord for my charger?
Oh, without it, yeah.
I need the whole damn thing. I need the whole damn thing, but I'm gonna get a charger. Yeah.
In other words, you're telling me I should just go on Amazon and order another charger.
Yeah, because I lost the charger and the wire. And we need to see if they come in a 2-pack.
Who?
The chargers. No, but I'm going to order mine. We need a whole bunch of people to fly over the fires in airplanes and just pee. That would put the fire out, but it would smell.
You know what? I'm going to leave that alone. That's another one I'm leaving alone.
Listen, don't forget to check out
Johnny some Drone. People that might spread that.
This is true. Don't forget to check out Johnny Drone Flyer and Ray Kelly, okay? The Fly for Fun show after us. Also Friday nights. You know what? I still haven't downloaded that damn schedule to the computer.
Oh.
No, so
you don't have it on your
how are you? Phone? And welcome to the live stream. We appreciate you coming in. Thanks for coming in. We do appreciate it totally for each and every one of you. Click that like button.
Thank you. Thanks for coming in and hanging out.
Yes, most definitely.
To Lawrence is a fugitive from justice.
I am not a fugitive from justice. If those of you don't know what's happening.
Of every country in the United States, every country in the world has given him a copyright strike.
For those of you who don't know, the International Olympic Committee took down
this
guy's show from last Sunday. And until I cut out that section with the Olympic Committee, we were talking about them. All I said was, you got people watching the Olympics from around the world, dude. You mean to tell me you can have a better freaking light show than that?
You over there?
And I guess they got wind of it, or they have a search or whatever. But they found me talking bad about their drone light show and how people were watching it on TV. Millions of people watching the Olympics on TV and the opening ceremony and didn't even know they had a light show. And I said that was a little whack. And I said the fact that they just created a plate and the plate turned into a ball, then it turned into the rotating earth. They had 1,862 drones. If nobody was there, you could have gave a better light show. So the International Olympic Committee took my video down, and in order for my video to go back up, Sunday Nights with Those Guys, number 117, in order for it to go back up, I have to cut that section out of the video. So I say no soup for you, International Olympic Committee.
Okay. All right. See, here it is right here. Here's the charger for it. Right here.
Okay.
When does it come? It'll be here on Saturday.
But you got one charger? You got one, or they come in 2 packs?
How many chargers do you need?
Oh no, I see yours there, but I didn't. I thought you were ordering one for yourself as well. I see. All right. Okay. Never mind.
Over there. I got the.
Hey, Eric. Yes, I agree with you. It is ridiculous because I was not putting down the Olympic Committee or the Olympics. All I was saying was there are millions of people watching
He
this.
trashed him real bad. He might as well have just cussed their mama. Because he said that he talked bad about the show and how everybody's doing this, that, and the other, and they could have did better. And like how people watch this, is what he made people.
You see what Angie put?
This. Wow.
Angie puts, that's crazy. Talk about freedom of speech. That only works in some parts of the world. Angie,
they didn't get them.
This is the International Olympic Committee. And it's funny, I should have saved the email and took a screenshot of it. But wait a minute. I think I did. Hold on. It's funny because I want to, if I can pull it up. Let me see if I did save it. I'll tell you right now. Hold on.
For the double whammy for sure.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Then trash.
Hi, Novice Quads. The copyright owner content ID claims some material in your video. As a result, your video has been blocked and can no longer be played on YouTube. This is not a copyright strike. This claim does not affect your account status. The video title for the video is Sunday Nights with Those Guys, number 117, blah, blah, blah. Copyrighted content, Tokyo 2020, day 0, Friday 23rd, blah, blah, blah. The claimant is the International Olympic Committee. Why this happened? Your video may contain copyrighted content. Copyright owners can choose to block YouTube videos that contain their content, which is true, because I had somebody take one of my drone videos and put 50 cents, it's your birthday track to it. And they said someone's using your video. And they said, now you have 2 options. You can block them from playing it ever again, or you can let them play it and you can collect monetization on it, or you can contact them. I contacted the guy and said, if you don't take my video down, YouTube's going to do it anyway. And he took it down.
They had in the club playing for your.
They had in the club playing for one of my drone videos, and they were collecting mad views on it because he had tag words with 50 Cent and 50 Cent flies a drone, all kinds of shit. But he was getting thousands of hits, and YouTube was like, "Yo, this dude's getting paid off your video." But YouTube never had freedom of speech, Marcel. You're 100% right, because if they did, certain shows would still be on. Let's just put it that way.
50 Cent flies drones. That's ingenious. Wow.
Dude,
use your video to do it.
Yeah, he was getting thousands of hits because it was clickbait. They were going there to see 50 Cent, but they were seeing my drone video of me flying in New York here.
That's crazy. You can get more. I might try that.
As you see what show put in general freedom of speech, contract between government and citizens. Speak your mind only at work is. You can't speak your mind at work either. Did I show
where you work at?
Yes, and that was another thing. I did show, Leonard. I did show the drone show.
It depends on where you work at, Lawrence.
That's true too. But I did show Leonard the drone show. It started out as a plate, and it turned into a ball, and then it turned into the earth. And I was like, that was the wackest drone show I've seen in my life, and that may have had a lot to do with it too. But listen, don't forget to check out Johnny Drone Flyer and Ray Kelly, Captain Ray Kelly. They're coming on immediately after us.
They're okay.
Lawrence, you just look like 50 Cent. Rob C got jokes.
Don't worry about it. Captain Ray Kelly and Johnny Drone Flyer, they're okay. Whatever they show,
Yes,
them,
yes. They don't.
they
Their
show,
shows
okay.
don't. Their shows don't get blocked like
listen,
mine.
Don't listen to Lawrence.
Their streams don't get blocked, and my ankle bracelet will be off before the weekend. So I'm still going to Rhode Island to let you know. The International Olympic Committee has requested I wear this bracelet until the weekend.
So further notice.
Yeah, yeah. So pretty much
don't do no gymnastics or nothing like that.
Listen, they told me I can go from here to the store. That's it.
So don't do no gymnastics or try to play no basketball. We watch.
Right. Listen, it's almost that time, guys.
Yeah, it is about.
Don't forget to check me out. Now we are going to Rhode Island. We're coming back to New York we're coming back to New York on Sunday. Hey, Bob Casey, how are you, sir?
That's the plan. The plan is to be back here on Sunday to catch Sunday.
To do a live stream. To do a live stream, yes.
Other than that, our plan is to see you guys over in Rhode Island.
Yes, yes. We hope to see you at Rhode Island. Those of you who are going, those of you who are not, I'm possibly going to go live on the Those Guys page from Rhode Island just to show the crowd and who's there and talk for a while. But more than likely, I will go live on the Those Guys page.
And
okay.
Justin, if you get a chance, if you're watching, I got the mots and I'm coming to see you.
Listen, it's that time, Herman.
Yeah, it's that time. Thank you, everyone, for coming and hanging out with us. Lawrence, anything you got to say? Oh, that's it? Good.
Be safe, fly safer.
Well, our plan, like I said, is to be back here on Sunday.
Fleabag FPV says we're at Rhode Island. It's a
on
park.
The Sunday show. We will meet at
Collier Park. Collier Park, Fleabag.
Collier Park, right? Yeah, that's
yes, Collier Park, Saturday morning, 8 a.m.
8 a.m. in Rhode Island. We will see you in Rhode Island, everyone. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. And I'll see you next time on Phantom Flight 101. With
Good night, everyone.
Guys.
Good night. Good night. Thank you again.